Yeah, push the record
It
button.
doesn't like to record when it's in here, maybe.
It's still recording.
Okay. Whose presentation didn't get done last time? For physics.
Yeah, we got done.
And your scores are?
We don't know.
Horrible.
Where are they?
Oh, no, in our folder, because we handed them back.
They're all in paper, right? And you have them? And you should pull them out?
We never even have that.
I didn't get one. Yeah, you got one.
She got them.
Lucky Charms?
You dropped them on the ground.
They're awesome. Oh, sure.
Would he have a book for this?
No.
That needs to get returned? No?
Nope.
Okay. Transferred.
Okay. And absent or no today?
I got him marked down
Okay.
already, so yeah.
Awesome. Thank you. So, looking at the feedback, you should get into your groups. You should look at the feedback. You should figure out exactly what the feedback means. That means if somebody has written something that doesn't quite make sense, you ask a question. That also means if somebody has taken points away and you know darn well you did it, you need to have a chat with them. If somebody gave you points and you know darn well you didn't do that, you need to have a chat with them. This little exercise for the next 5 minutes or so is all about honesty. It's all about reality. It's not about feelings. That doesn't mean that you shouldn't be worried about other people's feelings, but you should darn sure not splash your feelings on the rest of the group. Okay? I find that my older kids usually don't have a real major problem with that, and my younger kids do. But we're not here to make sure that everybody's self-esteem is A-okay. We're here to make sure that everybody learns how to present in front of a group, that they learn from their mistakes, and that we understand the physics that goes on in the playground. So, let's group up, go over your evaluations with your group, and let's make sure that those evaluations are both fair and accurate.
Two of them we got emailed to us, so
Robin has an application in the iPad to see the marks that I have in the school. And he said that in physics I have to deliberate this, but I have this and I don't know what I have to do.
So this is, yeah, you're good.
Okay. Okay.
Now, you know how to submit that?
Nope.
Okay. Is it saved?
I have to where?
Is it saved? Your word?
Yeah, he said.
Okay. Then you can close and go to Edmodo.
No.
the way to the bottom. And load more. And then go to the bottom again. And first one, about me. Click turn in. Use the paper to attach. Yes. And turn in assignment. It wants you to type in there. Now it'll be okay. That's how you turn in assignments.
Alright, I have to do something else.
I don't remember. I think that's okay. I think that was it.
Okay.
And then we need to talk about your feedback.
Yeah, I give up. I'm done.
Right? Like, we got
You
zeros
didn't
for
explain.
recording and submitting, which we've done.
Yeah, so.
And
but we
that's as
got
long as
zeros.
two. Yeah. Zero. there.
Probably two people that sat together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who did it?
No, it's not
I have no
No, I
idea.
put
Nobody
their
put their names on them.
Oh. Bummer.
So that means
Okay.
that we get zeros.
Whoever this person is has to be
No.
because I spelled my name wrong.
That's where we use teacher discretion to fix things that are clearly wrong. And you don't worry about it.
Okay.
But they gave you full points on everything, right?
Except that's a 4 instead of a 5, I guess.
Yeah.
What about the other
What
ones?
that is.
What about the ones from the seniors, the juniors and seniors?
Yeah, they did.
I know whose this one is.
So everybody just gets 100 on this, and we're all awesome, and we know physics, and we're ready for a test.
Oh, yeah.
Other than those are different.
You have some digital ones that are different? How different? Like 40%? Like way bad different? Oh, that isn't too bad. Oh, see, and they took points away in the stupid places. Like practice.
We did.
I know.
I know.
I know. Discussion on simple machines,
That was like the first thing we said.
physical
Or the second
on-site.
thing.
Ooh, they don't believe that you understood and leveled the science for a junior high audience.
Yeah, there's no explanation.
Guess what we're learning now, huh? You have to fill out the why. It's really important, isn't it?
A little bit.
Do you guys have lots of writing on the bottom and on the back?
All of these.
How much feedback did you guys
These
get?
are like the practice ones. These are the ones.
I got some.
Let me see them.
I'm looking at none words on the back.
Oh my god.
From Nikki.
Who's got a hold of your Excel rubrics?
All of us did.
All of us.
Are they any good?
All
Did you get feedback?
Sure. Yeah.
The written ones that I've seen don't have hardly any feedback on them. That's the most I've seen on anybody's.
A++. Good job. We didn't get one back from.
Mm-hmm.
I emailed mine. I think I emailed mine to Vicky because I put your email in like that came up. Like, email like a month
That's not cool. Those are all uploaded. Okay. You want to know how awesome it is to have a program that keeps your passwords? How about right click and point and click?
You wanna know how awesome it is? You go like password.
The one that I have cost me $12 a year. It's worth $12 a year just for that. Oh man, it is so worth it.
So if I can figure out my password.
I'm guessing this is a physics movie.
Yes, he doesn't care. Oh, okay.
You can fix it. Here,
Sorry, Lucky. You should have seen it before. Like I was like a good nap beforehand.
Oh, you gonna watch them? That's not good.
Well, how are we going to learn from them if we don't watch them?
Well, I learned that people didn't like ours because we don't know.
And this one doesn't appear to be anything.
You gotta make it so they can understand.
Right?
And this is your physics one? But I set the iPad down upside down? It's hilarious. And then I turned it right side up. And it didn't rotate.
Look up. Oh God.
No gravity.
So, this is what we have for now. Because I haven't had time to drop it into Movie Maker and turn it upside down. And then put it on the web. But this is going to be your presentations. If you'd prefer, we can watch them on my machine, and I can turn my machine upside down. But when I walked around and looked at your scores, I saw whole people getting zeros for not recording while it was recording. And pretty much all the other points are yours. Is that an accurate statement about what I've seen? I know it's accurate about what I've seen. Have I seen enough that that's accurate of pretty much everything? Did you guys do 90, 95, 100% work on these? Honestly? If that's the case, then let's pick on the person that's just the farthest away from me all the time. Cassie, what's centripetal force? How about centrifugal? How about periodicity? Periodicity.
This was when you're in the middle of it.
But you're not Cassie.
But I don't know if it would really say.
That's the thing.
I don't remember everything.
That's the thing.
What do you want me to know?
Centripetal, centrifugal, periodicity. And I don't want to know what you can look up and read off your computer.
Hold another one.
That's the thing. That's where we need to go today. Did you guys work on your projects? Absolutely. Did you guys do okay on your projects? Absolutely. Did you guys do 99, 98, 100% work? No. No. And the only way for anybody to say that you did is to look at this in a very childish way. And I think you know that. Am I right? I'm not insulting you, am I? You know what I'm saying? Did you explain the physics? Did you understand the physics and stand in front of them and explain it? Or did you read lines? Did you memorize lines? Did you play a part? That's the difference. I can get Manuel to come up here and talk about breaking and training horses. Have you ever done that?
Breaking up?
Did you ever take a wild horse and train it to ride?
No.
It's going to be different if I talk about that than if he talks about that. Because I don't need to read. I don't need to memorize. I don't need a script. I can just stand here and talk about it and explain things. And when I see looks like, huh? I better go back, I better say that a different way. I better talk about that a little more because the audience didn't understand that. Did you guys do that while you were up here? Do you think you're capable of that? So am I doing my job if I don't get that out of you? That's kind of where the growth occurs, right? On those edges where things are hard. You don't grow too much if you're bench pressing 3 t-shirts and a pair of socks. You're not going to build muscle that way. So did you do a good job? Absolutely. Should you be proud of yourselves for what you did? Yeah. Should you be all puffed up, ripping the buttons off your shirt? Look how awesome I am? Probably not. Are you capable of getting there on these topics? Can you do an awesome job on the topics that you just had? I think you can. So, my next thought is, are these evaluations even valid? Realistically, if I can get that stupid video to knock it off and play, would it show me 98, 99, 100% work? Would it show me that you understand? Could I take this and grab Bill Nye and throw him out and put you in their place? Because isn't that kind of what you were doing? You're standing in front explaining things. Isn't that what Bill Nye does? Did you think about it like that? Would it change your work if you thought about it like that? Would it change the way you approach your work if you thought about it like that? Be honest. How many of you are only worried about whether I'm going to give you the grade that the kids gave you or not? That's a better answer than I expected. I expected a few of you to only be worried about the grade. I also expected a few of you not to be honest and not tell me that you're only worried about the grade. I don't believe that you understand the things that you are talking about for the most part. I don't believe that your slide was 46 meters tall, or whatever that number was. Right? Was that a misstatement? Did you have the number wrong? Or did you read it wrong when you were talking? Because you guys said your slide was like ridiculously high, right? Which one of those caused that error? You wrote it down wrong? And that's okay. I don't care what it actually was. If you were comfortable with the material, if you were comfortable presenting in front of an audience, would you have read that number and said, oh wait, that's wrong, and not said it? Like in a heartbeat. You would have looked at that number and said, oh, that slide's not 46 meters tall. Or do you guys not know what 46 meters is? Back and forth. I need to know where you are so that I know how to proceed. And it's taking me forever to get your temperature on this. How many of you are sitting in the same seat you always sit in? How many of you remember me saying not to do that? So, do I need to make a rule? Or can we take care of this next time we come to class?
I just don't know why do we why can't we sit in the same spot?
Because you do the same things all the time with the same people all the time. How do you get better? Oh wait, you don't. You have to see things differently. You have to do things differently. You have to approach things differently. If you attack every problem the same way you attacked every problem since 3rd grade, you're going to solve problems like a 10-year-old. Or 11. And that's probably cute when you're 9 or 10 or 11. When you're 21 and you run around attacking problems like a 3rd grader, that's not very cool. Different is better. Brain science. Habits are killers when it comes to learning. So I don't want you to form habits. I want you to break the ones you have. Now, you guys are sitting there like I'm chewing you out.
No.
Okay. That's what I'm seeing from this end. I don't want you to think I'm chewing you out. We have a problem that we need to solve. I don't believe that these rubrics have been filled out correctly. I don't believe that they accurately represent what you did last time in class. Am I wrong? Am I wrong even a little bit? Have I ever been wrong in front of you? Did I admit it? Did I admit it and go to work immediately to fix it? That's how you get better. I'm completely okay with being wrong. When I'm wrong, you tell me. You don't have to be worried about that. I'll either prove to you that I'm not wrong and help you get it figured out, help you get your mind straight, or I might ask you some questions so that you can help me get my mind straight. I just want everything straight. What are we going to do about these? Could we restart this and watch the videos and rescore them? Would that be a good solution?
Sure. Yeah.
Is that the way you want to attack that? Is there any other solution? Say what?
Discuss it with them instead of just making them use a paper.
Oh, bring the little kids back?
No, just like the group.
Oh. Yeah, we can do that. We could have a group discussion about the slide presentation. Do you remember enough about the slide presentation? So we should go that way? Too bad there isn't a quick release on that thing. We can't pull it down and roll it over. Easiest way to play this movie. This thing is going to open in a minute. Are we going to need more rubrics if we're going to talk about these and redo them?
No, you use that you have.
You can use the ones you have and just... How do we cross things out in science class? One line through, don't scribble it out. Don't make it illegible. If you're going to write on a rubric, should you write on it with the same color pen? Why? If you use a different color pen, you can see what's different about it. Yes.